All right, so this is a special session, a very special session, in fact, between Small Cell Forum, who's represented by quite a few of your members, and Prabhakar himself. And basically what we want to sort of outline here is the collaborations between Small Cell Forum and ORAN and OAI in sort of this triangular setting. So the idea is that we start with a few sort of small presentations about each of the organizations' collaborations with Small Cell Forum and Small Cell Forums with the others. And then we give the floor to Andre to speak a little bit more in detail about what OAI and SCF are doing together. So let's start with you, Prabhakar. Prabhakar is the chair of Small Cell Forum, and he works as an associate fellow in Lockheed Martin Space. So that's his two hats. And he's a great friend of OAI for a number of years. Yeah. Okay, so Prabhakar, yeah, without wasting any further time, would you like to carry this or speak here at the podium?
I can speak here, yeah. Greetings, everyone. As Irfan said, I'm Prabhakar. Before I get into the details, I really want to show how appreciative we are as Small Cell Forum for this event to be happening like this. Small Cell, I'll talk about in a bit. Small Cell Forum has been working separately with OpenAirInterface and with ORAN Alliance for years. And it is the first time we have this opportunity for all three organizations to come together in one place and one time and share our common interests. And in that spirit, we like to express our gratitude to the OAI leadership, in particular Irfan and Florian, for making this happen. So what I want to talk about is how the three organizations are vital for driving the Open RAN revolution or the wave or whatever you want to call it. I think it's preaching to the choir to say that Open RAN is extremely important and is here now and it will be here years later. And if you look at the driving forces in this Open RAN ecosystem, of course, you have all the individual companies and research institutes and academia that are driving the core technology and investments for products. But there's also the need for organizations, right? And which develop the standards, which bring the communities together, solve common problems. So it's my deep conviction that these three organizations, ORAN Alliance, Small Cell Forum, and OpenAirInterface, are key drivers for this to really mature from a specifications, from a testing, interoperability, all the groundwork that you need to have in place before the technology gets commercialized and deployed. And I know that in the US, but across the world, there is a lot of national interest in promoting open systems, Open RAN in particular, right? Whether it is supply chain resilience, and you have so many well understood reasons for it. And so I think from their perspective as well, it would be very important to nurture the entire set of organizations that are driving this movement. So ORAN Alliance, I think, has done the lion's share of the work because of the amount of work they have put in, the amount of resources that go into it. And, they started off, and again, I shouldn't be teaching this talking about this to ORAN folks, but, from an outsider's point of view, the organization pioneered the various split options and then focused on 7.2, which of course brings a lot of advantages. But also beyond that, it really nurtured the full-fledged Open RAN ecosystem. Again, from testing, from interoperability, from reference design development, et cetera, et cetera. Small Cell Forum, what we did was we kind of were driven to focus on split 6, which is a 5 MAC split. So as you know, 3GPP has defined multiple splits, and then this is one of them. The reason we came about focusing on this is because way back when small cells were called femtocells, there was a need, there was no organization to cater to the needs of the femtocells or small cells, And at that time, the industry saw a need for an interoperable interface between the chipset vendors and the software vendors, which were all going in one single box, right? And that was when Small Cell Forum pioneered what is called FAPI, Functional API. Now, we are very happy and proud to say that this FAPI interface is almost universally deployed and implemented in all small cell products. Now, that was a 5 MAC split, and that naturally led to split 6. So that was where most of our effort has been. Again, our work involves specification development as well as PlugFest, and collaborating with other organizations which are doing similar work. Now, OAI is almost like, if you don't mind my analogy, it's like the cement that holds all the bricks together. I mean, it's the glue. It's an open source software that implements a wide variety of. In fact, as I was saying here, for all things RAN, maybe even core network. Yeah, if I'm not, I was not too sure, but anything RAN, OAI has pioneered and put out open source reliable software, which is so important because especially for a place like Northeastern University and the Wireless Research Center, because for research organizations, for academia, and even for companies as a starting point, extremely important. So if you look at the three together, I really believe that between Small Cell Forum and ORAN Alliance, we together provide the complete set of standards and specifications and interoperability, specifications and so forth. And OAI forms the substratum that enables all these things together. So that's why I feel that it's a very momentous time that all three organizations are coming together and making this open RAN revolution. I think I've spoken to some of this already, but just to highlight on each of the individual collaborations that we have had. We had a long relationship with the ORAN Alliance. There's a lot of shared membership. Again, I apologize for the very dense slide, but as Mark Twain said, I didn't have time to make it short, So we signed a collaboration agreement way back in 2020, and it was at that time focused mainly on information exchange, aligning roadmaps and so on. And subsequently, things changed, right? I mean, ORAN Alliance, their operating mode changed to, and then also there are many more areas of shared interest. So we really felt that there was a need to update and enhance our collaborations framework. And so I'm very happy to say that just a week or 2 weeks back, we have signed an enhanced collaboration agreement, and there will be a joint PR coming out very soon. The extended scope really covers the gamut of things. So starting from requirements, sharing work plans, development of the split 6 for 5G and 6G, RIC interactions, management. That's a very important thing, right? So although there are multiple splits at the data plane, control plane level, the management architecture should be the same. And so we are working towards that. And some near-term and short-term, long-term goals are, the near term, we want to make sure that our specifications are fully aligned, and this work has already been going on, but it, we'll continue to make sure that there is maybe digital twin. That's a popular word nowadays, right? And then, as I said, the management solutions and architecture alignment is something that we're going to look at as well. Longer term, we believe that reference implementations and test and verification are common areas where it makes sense to work together. With OpenAirInterface, again, the most rewarding, friendly, cooperative relationship we have had for over years. We enjoy meeting once every quarter, exchange ongoing activities and so on. And it's really a two-way interaction. We are, of course, developing the split 6 specifications, and, we come up with release 6, different releases. And then ORAN is implementing them, and many more things come out when you actually implement stuff, right? So those, what they found there, whether they're bugs or whether there are some possibilities for enhancement, they're kind of fed back to us, and then we work on them in the next release. So it really has been a wonderful bidirectional collaboration. And OAI already has open source implementations of several of our specifications. So with that, I like to conclude by saying that once again, we really believe for the Open RAN movement, revolution, wave, it's very important that the participating contributing organizations work together, so that there is complementarity, lack of redundancy, and it really, in my opinion, also makes it easier for government agencies who are interested in national interests to actually see that all the organizations are working together. So with that, we'll invite Brian Kennedy from CommScope, who will talk about, again, ORAN, this collaboration from an ORAN perspective, but also talk about CommScope's activities.
Thank you, Prabhakar.